Hey, welcome all. Welcome to Mark Reacts. We're going to react to some more memos. Um, I've done some other memo videos. You may have seen them already. If not, go and check them out on the channel. So, well, welcome. Like and subscribe if you like the information that comes across from here. Anyways, get on with the memos. And that. So, right, here we go. So, there we go. If posting the truth didn't affect the masses, they wouldn't censor it. Yeah, but when you look at it, really, I think, from all walks of, from all platforms or anything you can go on, I think that if people are going to have their opinion, they should be entitled to it. Like it's true. If posting the truth didn't affect the masses, they wouldn't censor it. So yeah, obviously there's people with agendas, I presume. I don't know. Like, if you think of that way, that want to put some stuff out and not other stuff, and all that. I think everybody, whatever your view, opinion, whichever, whether you're called a conspiracy or whatever, should just have a free thing. Unless it's something obviously severe. We know all the severe things that shouldn't. That's different. But anything to extremely, what we call extreme, that shouldn't be. Maybe that's where we draw the line, for certain things I'm not going to mention. But in general, people having their opinion about general life things, maybe health, medical, or things that go on in the world, politics, blah blah blah. I think everybody, if you're going to censor someone, I think you're more scared of what they're going to say, rather than just making it a point by silencing them and saying, well, look, we silenced them. It seems like you're more scared because otherwise, just let them have their say. Let people have their say and let people make their minds up on what people have said or what facts they've shown and stuff like that. Don't mollycoddle a nation by going, well, this is all going to be, and we just put this out because this is what we like. Whoever these people, like that, and that's not good, because I think everybody should have the opportunity to have their eyes opened and look at stuff. And not for people to decide, well, this shouldn't be shown and that shouldn't be that might be misinformation, that might be, and all this. I think, come on. But unfortunately, that's probably the world we're in. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle about this memo too much. I've probably got a lot to say, but I'm not going to say it in this one. But what's your opinion? Hit me in the comments with your opinion. Obviously, I want your opinion, ideas and stuff. That's what this channel's about. So the colours we're dying for. So if you just bear with me a second, I'm going to have to spin this around slightly so I can read them if you want them read. So apparently red 40 causes hyperactivity, various types of toxicity, let's say. Red 3 causes thyroid toxicity and chromosome damage. Hyperactivity, chromosome damage, thyroid issue, that's yellow 5. Then we got yellow 6, hyperactivity and kidney. Seems like there's a lot of these dyes causing a lot of problems. Green 3, bladder and testes tumours, hyperactivity for blue 1, tumours, asthma, blah blah blah. It seems like a lot of these dyes that we're putting in food, probably since the 50s, 60s, is it, or 70s, maybe more 70s, I think. Dyes and stuff we're using are obviously causing lots of issues. Which, I don't have any facts at the moment, but obviously you can go and look them up. I would say, once again, maybe a site called Green Med Info. You'll probably find more stuff about dyes and things like that. But yeah, we have to be careful. It's all about, going back to nature, I suppose, and going as natural as possible. And avoiding stuff like this if you want your health to be good, and not get toxicity and stuff like that. But that's my opinion again, whatever. Of course, I'd love your opinion and comment and share, and if you think I've said something that's useful to someone or spark something somewhere, that's what it's about as well. So, from my opinion, but obviously you want yours as well. So, anyway, that's my opinion. Let's get on to the next memo. So I wanted to turn this. I don't know who needs to hear this, but wanting truth, transparency, and real science doesn't make you anti-anything. It makes you pro-honesty and pro-freedom. I think it goes back to the first memo about suppressing stuff. I think if there's information, then let's say put out from any side of any group or idealism or anything, I think that you should be able to look at everything. And that's another, probably it's back to the first memo, isn't it, really, about, so it doesn't really make you anti-anything. It obviously makes you open-minded because you want to make your own choices and not have them forced on you and indoctrinated with some stuff and say, well, this is this and that's that. And I think science as well can sometimes be a bit manipulated, so you have to be a bit careful that who's behind it and who's got interest in it and who benefits. So that's my opinion again. Let me hear your, hit me with your opinion. So, which is what I want, obviously, and that's what it's all about. It's a two-way debate, not just me doing the memos here and waffling. Yeah, hopefully we'll get there eventually. So, yeah, that's that one. Let's look at the next one. People who are spiritually minded tend to suffer from anxiety and depression more, but this is because their eyes are open to the world that is in need of repair. They literally have an increased ability to feel the emotions of people around them. Yeah, I suppose, everyone's got their own individual experiences and opinions on that as well. I can say that often, because I'm probably known for chattering a lot. If I'm chattering, and someone's, and I'm probably overdoing it, I can often sense when I've got to, just calm down a bit, don't chat so much. Or talking about things people are not interested in. And I suppose there's that thingy, isn't there, where like you thought about somebody, it's a bit of spirit, and you haven't seen them for 20 years. Where's Jeff, John, whoever? And all of a sudden they contact you out of the blue, or you see them, you're like, wow, I hadn't thought about them a few weeks ago. But yeah, picking up on people's vibes is pretty. Yeah, you can often tell. I can often tell as well. Just me personally, like if I'm in a group of people, or if I'm out somewhere. Like the eyes are the path of the soul. You can often tell by looking at someone if they got that, if they're going to be violent or aggressive and stuff like that, or if they're more passive. Like I can tell that by looking at people in their eyes. You need like 3 seconds to look at someone and say, yeah, cool, I like that person, and then you'll end up maybe having a conversation or whatever, or avoiding that conversation. I did have an issue once when I was in a shop, and a guy came in, and I was like, no, I was looking after a place for someone, and I was like, no, I just don't like that. And I was right, because it turned out there was a lot of badness. And so my friend, who's a little bit more than me, came back. The guy went, but I said, about this person, and they said, yeah, he's not, to be careful. So anyway, I was a lucky escape, but my intuition was like, if anything got heavy there, I was just going to disappear, maybe do a run or something, because like anybody, you don't really want to get, into fights and get attacked by somebody who's not, not very pleasant, to say, from that point of view. But that's my opinion again. Spirituality, yeah, of course, like you do tend to pick up on a lot of things, and yeah, some people won't. Some people won't, just don't see anything. I was also with a guy that I used to play music to, and I suppose we were different. I was really feeling, he was like, change it. I want some, because I suppose it's individuality. Everyone's different, so yeah, we all see things differently and feel things differently. No one size fits all for everything, so it's all down to individual. Some people might not click with him, like, that idiot talking about, and other people are like, yeah, I can relate to what he's talking to. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to baffle anymore. That's me done. That's the last memo there. So like and subscribe if you like the content. I'm going to bring some more music reactions and bits and pieces. Share this stuff, and enjoy the rest of your day and stay blessed. And yeah, always keep an open mind and always think for yourself if you can, if possible. Take care, stay blessed, look after yourselves.